Hi there. I'm just going to quickly show you how to do delete face, and I'll quickly show you and then I'll break it down because nothing's worse than watching a YouTube video for a few minutes and not understanding what you need to do. So it's important to select all the surfaces that you want to delete, including these little like fillets here that are on there. It won't work unless you do that. But essentially, it's a tool to remove geometry in a part with maybe no history. So I'll just show you the result. So it's quite a magic tool, really. You can repeat that, and I can take this this original design from a model that I made and take it all the way back. So it can be used to just remove a fillet, and it can be used to remove like entire geometry. So in a few clicks, I've gone from the original file here and use delete face to clean those up. So it's just to repeat where it is. It's inside features, inside face, and then delete. And now I'll slow down a little bit and break down kind of some of the fundamentals around it. So first off, I suppose, why would you use delete face? So often you'll be given, a part from a customer, or you'll download a file, a resource from the internet, and it was created in another piece of CAD software to what you're using, or maybe someone's using a different version, and you'll be sent a step file, an IGES file, an XT file, something which has no history anymore on it, and you might want to make some modifications to it. So that's an example for this. Client sent me through some this part here, and they want to remove this inner feature. So one way you could redo that is rebuild the model again, measure it, and basically start from scratch. You could do some extrusions and that would then lead to some cuts. That's always going to end up being a couple of moves. The cool thing about delete face is that it's incredibly quick and perfect for this kind of job. So I'll just go through it again and sort of break it down. So where it's really, really handy is when you're trying to like remove things like fillets. When someone's created a model and sent it over and you might want to make this hole bigger or change it, delete face is a really, really good tool to just get rid of these fillets without having to spend any time trying to model them out the way. And there are two things that I use on delete face. There's just delete, and what that will do is if I show that, that will delete just that surface that I've selected and turn this solid body into a surface body, basically, because now there's a hole in there. That can be useful if you just want to have a certain bit of the data from the file. I find delete and patch probably generally more useful. And what delete and patch will do is it will remove the file, the surface that you selected, and it will try and rebuild the model and link together the surfaces. So for example, on this fillet here, if I use delete, select them and hit delete and patch, it just removes the fillets as if it was before the fillets went on. And it's just an incredibly powerful tool. So as I said, you can use that to now completely remove this hole. You do need to select all the surfaces. If you miss one, it won't work. Solidworks is basically trying to reconnect the dots and rebuild the geometry from the data that it's got. So it knows that there's, it knows that there would be a line across here, and it kind of would know about this slant here, and kind of that was originally the shape it was originally. And if you don't select that, it won't understand kind of what to do with this surface. It's just one of those things, you just keep practicing it, and you get really, becomes second nature, really. So in a couple of clicks, I'll just keep going. So let's say I wanted to get rid of this like little feature here as well. I could use that to select these three surfaces here. And let's say I wanted to also get rid of this edge piece here. And I can go all the way, basically all the way back to the how this file was probably created initially, just a simple extrusion. So where delete face probably won't work now, I'll demo it and see, but you can't delete face that. It doesn't know what to do with that. If it was me, I would assume it's kind of wants to be a square, but for SolidWorks, with the data that's now left to kind of repair the model, if you like, it doesn't know what to do with that. So this is as far as you can go with the tool. But as you can see here, without creating any sketches, using any other features, I've managed to turn this this part back into its kind of original state. And this can be really incredibly useful for editing, creating a variation. It's something that you want to do. You don't want to become a lazy user of SolidWorks and use this at the start of your career of using it. It's really a tool that I would recommend using once you've got all the other fundamentals sorted out. But it's a really nice tool. It's a little bit buried away in the menu. Just again, I'll explain where it is. Insert, face, and delete and patch. I hope that's useful. Cheers.